You don't often find non-Latter-day Saints arguing on behalf of Latter-day Saint doctrine and interpretations of Scripture, but when you do, their name is probably Margaret Barker. An English biblical scholar and Methodist preacher with a truly prolific CV, Dr. Barker studied theology at Cambridge, but didn't really start publishing until her 40s, and putting out her first book, The Older Testament, in 1987. Her main thesis is that a variety of themes believed to be unique to Christian thought had been part of much more ancient Israelite religious traditions, and though they'd been lost to later Judaic reforms, traces of them have been left in biblical and extra-biblical writings as well as in temple theology. This, unsurprisingly, aligns very well with the views of many LDS scholars, who are pretty comfortable with the idea that a lot of things have been lost from the Bible and who see a lot of interesting hints as to what might have been lost in the Book of Mormon. Farms put out a favorable review of her work in 2002, and she was invited to a week-long seminar at BYU in 2003. Since then, a ton of prominent LDS scholars have referenced her work, and she, in turn, has spoken very favorably of the view of Christianity and the temple that has come through Joseph Smith. This is particularly true of Latter-day Saint views of the Divine Feminine. She wrote 2 entire volumes on the topic The Mother of the Lord, which argued that wisdom, the mother goddess of the Canaanites, was an important part of Israel's pre-exilic religion. She sees evidence of that all over the place, in ancient temple symbolism, in biblical texts, in the Dead Sea Scrolls, and in the later veneration of Mary, who might have represented wisdom as the Divine Mother. If you want to read more about Dr. Barker, there are 2 articles by Kevin Christensen that provide a solid overview, one that covers her work and her influence in LDS scholarship, and one that summarizes and responds to criticisms of her work that have been leveled over the years. Check out the description for links, and I will see you next week.